Hello and welcome again to another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host Glenn, and I'm going to be reviewing the Roman Ventures really big 360-degree cover bug net today. Now, I've done one of these before, and Roman Ventures has made some modifications and some alterations, so I'm going to try this out and see how it goes. And I'm going to be rating this on a couple of 5 different parameters. Okay, so ease of setup, functionality, comfort, quality of materials, and last but not least, craftsmanship. Okay, and so you'll probably notice that this video is a little bit more organized than some of the other videos I've done because I'm trying to do this a little bit more professionally. Yeah, this is still pretty much amateur hour here at Amputee Outdoors. So anyway, Roman Ventures comes with the bug net comes with this handy dandy little carabiner. Let me bring that in real close so you can see that. Okay. And it's kind of nice. You can open up a bottle with it or tighten down a 1/4-inch hex nut with it. Comes with this big old long piece of continuous ridge line to use to attach to the 2 trees. Okay, reflective cord, bright orange. Really like the bright orange reflective cord. That's important. And big, huge bug net. I mean, it's just huge. But I like that because then it covers up my hammock, which is actually pretty long. My hammock is about 11'6", and then with the ridge line, it brings it down to about 9'7", 9'8", something like that. So it is a pretty large hammock. This bug net, I think, will cover it just fine. So the first thing, of course, is the setup, the ease of setup. Let's do that first and see how we go. So one thing about this setup that I've got here, you can't see the trees, but the trees are a good, maybe 30 feet away from each other. I've got my whoopee slings here, and my whoopee slings are out pretty much at maximum just to be able to get between the 2 trees. This cord is not long enough to be able to get from tree to tree, but that's okay, because at the ends, it's got these little dealy bobs. Let me bring that in close so you can see that, okay? And I'm going to use these to attach to my whoopee slings. Okay, bring the camera in as close so you can see how I do that. All right, so here's my whoopee sling. All I'm going to do is take this little dealy bob here, put in that first part there, into that second hook there, and now it grips tight, nice and snug right there. Okay, down a little closer so you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. All right, so I'm going to do this at this end. I'm going to do the same thing at the other end. All right, I've got my continuous ridge line for the bug net set up. It's sitting pretty high right now, but there's a lot of flex, and it's going to come down once I attach the net. Setting that up was very easy. There's not much to it really. Now this part, a little bit tricky. You've got a big old hole at one end, big old hole at the other end, with a couple of cord lock for each hole to cinch it down. What you're going to do, you're going to put your hand in here and work your way through to the end of the bug net so your hand comes out the other end. Okay, like that. All right, so you've got, should have done this arm first. So you've got this here. I'm just going to disconnect my hammock and slide this down here. So that it's onto the hammock. Reconnect my carabiner right there, okay? Now, what I've got is these little hooks here, okay? I'm going to pull down my ridge line, and I'm just going to go along, and there's a whole bunch of these little hooks. And I'm just going to attach each one of these guys like so. Okay? Yep, where's the other one? Where's that at? Nope, there's one more. Right like that. Okay. And this is the hole at the other end. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to spread this along my whole hammock. Let me move the camera again so you can see how I do that. All right, I've moved the camera so there was a lot of light glare from the sunlight. Don't normally think about that here in the Pacific Northwest because it is so infrequently sunny. I'm used to cloud cover and the diffused light, but we got sunshine today. It's kind of nice. It's also a little strange. But anyway, let me show you how this works. All right. At this end here, I'm going to cinch this down nice and snug using the cord lock. Get that nice and tight. Slide this along here. To the other end. I'm using the cord lock here at this end. Cinch that down. So now it's suspended from its own continuous ridge line all the way along and encompasses the whole hammock. It's cinched off at each end so the bugs can't get in, at least I hope they don't. But the whole hammock is covered, top to bottom. I got my zipper right here, so I'm all set up. And I gotta say, setup for this is very, very easy. I would definitely give the setup on this a 5. Rating of 1 out of 5, giving us a 5 being the highest number. Because the setup is very, very simple. Okay. All right, so simple zipper system to get in and out. Zip up, zip down. So getting into it is pretty simple, of course. You've just got the zipper that you just unzip up and down, and you can get in. So let's get in here and see how this does, huh? There we go. Alright, so here we are inside the hammock, inside the bugnet. And you see it's suspended up above, kind of making a tent up above. And this is the zipper part right here. This is kind of nice. It's got lots of room underneath as well. In fact, I brought my gear hammock. That's the hammock that sits underneath my hammock, just to put all my gear into. And I'm thinking we're going to set that up as well, see if it's got enough room for that. And of course, we've got the carabiner that they include, which you can just clip up here. Just hang your stuff from when you want to. That's kind of nice. And yeah, it's kind of convenient just to put things on. Yeah, I think the comfort and the functionality here is pretty good. It does kind of close in on the sides a little bit, but I kind of expect that. What's really nice though is I'm filming right there through the whole bug net, okay? And the visibility you have through the bug net is actually pretty good. So yeah, I'm giving this a pretty good rating for the comfort and functionality. All right, the last test really is the functionality of getting all this back into this little bag. Let's see how we do. That's going pretty quick. Yeah, almost there. It's not easy. You can slide down, slide back out. Yeah, almost. All right. Well, kind of sort of all back in, but this doesn't include the ridge line that I've got to put in here as well. And yeah, it doesn't quite all fit in easily, and it's a bit of an effort just to get done what I've got done here. All right, so found something out about packing this back into the bag it came out of. Initially I tried to stuff it in there because I thought, stuff sack, I will stuff it in there. No, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to And I found this out because it occurred to me, it's like, hey, you know, it came out of that kind of nicely tidy, bundled up and folded. Perhaps I should do the same. So that's what I did. Managed to fit it all in there, along with the ridge line, the continuous ridge line that it came with. And it all fit back in there. So, goes up a little bit on the functionality part because user error, me, thought stuff, when it should have been fold, 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 then stuff. And it all fits. Okay, so as I was getting in and out, the strap here bounced off. So I'm thinking that these little hooks here would be better if they were more clip-on rather than just rounded hooks, just to be able to fit on there. Okay. One other thing that I noticed, let me bring you up here closer so you can see this, is one of the little doohickeys that you attach the continuous ridge line with, it bent. I think the other one's a little bit bent as well. So quality of materials for this is not as good as it could be, perhaps. Let's have a look at the rest of this and see how it looks. Alright, so this is the middle part here where it zips up. This is a pretty good quality zipper, and it's double stitched on either side of the zipper along that piece of I don't know, ribbon there. So that's pretty sturdy, actually. That's nice. The zippers, nothing too fancy, nothing particularly sturdy or strong or heavy duty, but they don't have to be for this. They just need to zip this up nice and clean and work properly every single time. So I think the quality of this is just where it should be, really. It's nice. The seams along here, where it's stitched up, this is pretty good stitching. This is actually very good stitching, really, to make that seam nice and tight so that bugs can't get in. The quality of this mesh is amazing. It's very, very fine. It would definitely keep out whatever bugs we've got here where I live. I don't know about down south, but this would definitely work for around here. And this is the seam sewn on the bottom. Again, very well done, nicely sewn. Good material and good craftsmanship. Okay. I would say the materials, I'm not sure about the score on that yet. I've got to think about that. But the craftsmanship, I've got to say, is actually pretty darn good. It's a very nicely done job. So this is the end where the cord goes into, and as you can see, that's a pretty good job of sewing that up and setting this up so it's not going to tear the material. And good quality work there, I would say. The craftsmanship I'm kind of impressed with. The materials, they're about where you would expect them to be. There is that problem with the that doohickey, the red one, that well, I hope you've enjoyed this little review. I hope you've gained something from it. I'm probably going to use this when I go out camping and I know I'm going to be dealing with bugs. What I've done in the past is just spray a whole bunch of bug repellent around my hammock, on my hammock, just to repel the bugs, and that was kind of nasty and smelly and sticky and gross. This is a lot better alternative. It does have some issues that I'm not completely happy with, but I think overall I'm going to be pretty happy using this. And if I'm going to say I'm recommending something, well, I'm recommending this. Okay? So that's about it for the review. Hit the like button if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and make sure that way you get the videos that I send out. If you've got questions, comments, suggestions regarding this bug net or other bug nets, I'd like to hear about them. Put them down there in the comment section. And my friends, I hope to see you out in a hammock, relaxing and not being bugged by bugs. See ya.